Hi Civics learners, welcome. Today we're going to set up our interactive notebook for the year. This is going to be the one place where you get to anchor in all your materials, and it really is going to be the best resource you have to study and prepare for the state EOC at the end of the year. So we just want to get started. So if you have your notebook in front of you, let's go. So the first thing I want you to do is put my name in the top right-hand corner of your notebook's cover. That way, if it gets lost, at least it'll find its way back to me. I am one teacher on this campus. There are about 80 of us, and there are 1,200 students here. So the likelihood of it finding its way back to me increases the likelihood of it finding its way back to you. So start by placing my name at the start. Next, you can fill in a couple of those key components. This is a 7th grade course at Central Middle School. This is the only Eagle Civics class that we have here, and it is the year 2020. So go ahead and make sure you put all those things right up front. Now just turn it over to the back. The back side is really easy. All you have to do is put your name here, your first and last name, make it big, make it bold, draw something pretty on it, do what you got to do. But this is where we know it's going to be yours forever, because I'm sure some of you have experienced losing your front cover somehow, some way in the past. And we'll make sure that even if that happens, this is still your notebook. Now you just got to turn it back over to the front. And what we're going to do is open to the inside front cover, and we're going to leave it flat. We're going to leave it open so that you can see both the inside front cover and the very first piece of paper. We will then simply look at that inside front cover, and we're going to start to edit it. Because my name's on the front and your name's on the back, what we want to do is make sure your name is on the inside front cover. You also want to put the block that you have, Civics. So if it's block 1, 3, or 4, you would simply add that. Then you want to go down to the bottom of the page. About 1/3 of the way up from the bottom, draw a horizontal line. And beneath that line, you can label it color code. Now the color code is as follows: black for class notes, green for handouts, blue for vocab activities, red for writing, and orange for assessments. Those are the colors we're going to use to label our pages, and we're going to write our titles that way, so it makes it easier to find what we're looking for when we need to. Now if we look above the color code, we have this big open space, and I want you to create 4 equal blocks. You can use your straight edge to do this, and I would rather use permanent ink to set it up. If you use a pen or a Sharpie, that's fine, but if you use a straight edge, it just looks a little bit nicer. This is where we're going to write in our goals for the year. So as students, if I asked you for a goal, you'd probably give me something like, I want to earn good grades, and I would say, cool, that's nice, but what other things would you like to accomplish? So I've split these sections into school goals and personal goals, but there are also short-term goals and long-term goals. Okay, so now we have our front inside cover set up. Now notice I do have those short-term and long-term school goals, and I have short-term and long-term personal goals. These are things I want you to take your time to consider, because each goal that you write down needs to also include an action that's going to help you reach the goal that you set for yourself. That way, if you end up returning to this and you don't reach that goal, it's not always appropriate to simply change the goal or forget that you wanted to do it. It might just be easier to change the action that you chose in order to reach that goal. Now let's move to the other side. This is where we're going to set up our table of contents. You can write table of contents at the top, and then we'll identify page numbers down the left-hand side and titles in the middle. Notice I've got our first 4 titles set up, and you've seen my board in class if you're here with us, and we know that we're trying to keep this color code. So I've given you these 4 handouts, and we are going to keep our color code active, especially within our table of contents, because when we fill this up, it's going to be easier to find what it is we're looking for. If we remember that we're looking for a handout, we're definitely looking for a green title. But if we remember that we're looking for maybe a writing piece or a vocabulary exercise, then we can look for that red or blue title, and it'll just be that much faster to find the page we need and look up the information. Notice that I've got numbered all the way down to the bottom of the page, and that's because if we turn the page, I want you to see that we're using these other pages as well. So you want to look at the left side and you just want to start numbering there where you left off. That way we know that's where you're going to pick up when we start filling this notebook. It's also going to be beneficial to look at that other side. So if you number through maybe 40, then you should be safe. And then we're going to go over and we're going to make sure we know this page is also going to be saved for your table of contents in case we run through that many pages. And by the end of the semester, I am almost confident we're going to have that many pages. So we'll turn one more time, and remember, we're going to leave this flat. And I want you to see that we are using both sides of the page to do our setups, okay? This is already set up for us, and the way that we do it is we always start by adding the page number on the bottom right-hand corner. So you can see I've already put, this is page number 1. On the top, I use the color code system, and I like to write my titles in the same color, okay? How we mark the text was one of the first handouts you received, and you should all have this. You can print it from home if you need it. It's on focus, and it's made accessible to you because this is the #1 skill we have this year, okay? To the left side, we're always going to write bell work on the top. Whether we have bell work or not, we're going to set it up because we can always come back here and use the space if we need to. And then halfway down, we're going to bisect the page with a horizontal line, and then we're going to leave a space for a reflection. So there might be a class period where we set up and we get our page number and we know our title is green because we have a handout that I've given to you, and we can complete that and we can tape it in. So maybe we did a bell work question. That starts our activity, and then we work through that sheet. Maybe we're marking the text and we're answering some questions, but maybe we finish and there's about 10 minutes left. Well, then we get to go back over to the reflection section and we get to share a very personal moment. And this is for each of you to do on your own, where we acknowledge what it is that we learned or experienced that day. Sometimes I can have a question that will prompt the writing, but other times I'm going to let you go ahead and simply acknowledge, did I learn what I need to learn that day? And we can use the language that we discovered together through our inquiry in order to get that done. Now, I want to stop and acknowledge that we are going to tape in handouts. No, we won't use glue. No, we won't use staples. Your pages won't get stuck together. Nobody's going to end up bleeding when they're studying because the staples were sticking through. And we just want to use that single thumb's length piece of tape for any handout that we receive. You don't need more than that. Now we just turn the page and we see we've got our next page set up. We keep both sides open flat in front of us. Here we see our page number 2, bottom right hand corner. We see our title is up top, natural resources, and we recognize this is a green title. You had the handout that we completed together, and part of it you did for homework when you marked that text. On the other side we have bell work and reflection. Now remember, we did bell work for this day, so you should have a loose leaf sheet of paper from class where you wrote out the answer to that question. How does where we live affect the way we live? And you should be able to tape that in, much like you tape in your handout if it is complete. We turn the page again, and here we have that next handout. Page number 3 will be human adaptation to difficult environments. You should have marked that up. And we have a spot for bell work, and we have a spot for your reflection. Now, we didn't use this, but it doesn't mean we can't go back and use it at any time. Let's keep going to page number 4, like you would expect. This was the handout that we worked on for homework. We marked it up, and then we did the chart inside together. We looked at that together in class. This is your balancing population and resources. Again, green because it's a handout. We have bell work, and we have a reflection. Now, we did bell work when we looked at your cause and effect strategy. Okay, and we identified 3 specific causes for population growth in the reading. And whether you recreated it on the page or whether you recreated it on a separate sheet of paper, you know you can put that here. If it's here already, then we know. But from now on, when we set up our pages, we know bell work can go in this very specific location. And then when we complete our assignment, we are able to tape it in. Okay? And as we continue, who knows what the future will hold. So please make sure you work on getting this done correctly. Ask me if you have questions, and then we're gonna hit the ground running when we engage in our first lessons for citizenship. Now, before you go anywhere, don't forget to turn back to the beginning and update that table of contents. When we start Monday, we're gonna look at what's going in page number 5. This is something that we need to keep up as we travel through. All right, now guys, we have the opportunity to put this together. I ask that you simply follow the directions, do the very best you can, but there's also your classmates who are gonna help hold you accountable. They can help you correct mistakes. They can help you fix what you don't understand. Ask them a question. And if they don't have an answer, well, ask me the question. I want you to get this right, and even if you make mistakes in the beginning, I can't possibly hold it against you. We just have to find the solution together. So yeah, you might have a mistake in the beginning, you might have a mistake next week, but by the time we get 2-3 weeks in, we shouldn't be making those simple mistakes anymore, and we always have a way to correct it so that you are 100% organized and confident with your notebook setup.